So I just got done writing some thank you letters. A bunch of thank you letters, right? Just saying thank you for ordering a hoodie. I dropped a hoodie recently, and these are some of the people that bought some. And if you missed that drop, don't worry, there'll be plenty more during the season, the spring, summer season. I'll drop another t-shirt or something. But I used this paper here, the Tone Tan mixed media paper, to use some of them, and I just took the paper, folded it into thirds, and then I folded it into a third, and then another third, and then another third, and then just ripped it down the middle, and then ripped it in half again, and just there you go. You've got a little letter, right? So I used that, and then this is what I have left over for the paper, and I thought it looked really cool. It's kind of a doodle and started in the back. I thought the paper was really cool and figured I would take the time to draw on it, like make a long, elongated style of piece of art. Usually I'm using a full page, like a 9x12 sheet of paper, but this is a third of that. So we're gonna rock with this and see what happens. I'm thinking it's gonna be, I'm gonna use my TWSBI Eco. It's a TWSBI Eco fountain pen, and I'm going to be using turquoise ink in the pen. So I'm going to dive right into this and just kind of doodle a little bit. Let's zoom in a little. Oof. So I'm just going to doodle a little and just kind of talk a little bit. Probably do this without editing, without too much editing, and then just kind of do all this live and just doodle a bit. And reason being is because with my YouTube, my videos that I've been posting, I like to get a little ambitious with some of my projects, with some of the videos. They get kind of large. They're supposed to be just kind of small and just a little vlog type thing, and just talk about the process of whatever piece of art I'm making, and it just kind of grows into this substantial thing. And that's what this desk is, actually. This desk is painted. I custom painted this desk, which, if you haven't seen that, that'll come out eventually. And you can watch that video, and it's just me customizing a desk that I made. And it started out as a nonchalant project where I was, working in construction, and I was in charge of throwing away, like getting the trash out of the building. It's a big 4-story building, and my job was to go behind the people that were building and take the trash out. And we threw away so much material. I probably snagged, my brother and I worked at the same job, and he got a new apartment, and we completely furnished his apartment with scrap wood. Like, we just went on the internet, went onto YouTube, and looked up a bunch of different projects, like woodworking projects, like custom bed frame. And he had a mattress, and he just had it on the floor, so we just built him a bed frame out of scrap wood, and just we got the cut list from YouTube and made the cuts right there at the job site, and then brought the individual pieces of wood to his apartment and built his bed. We built 2 chairs. We built an L-shaped desk. What else? I think that's about it. But this L-shaped desk was huge, like just a huge, obnoxiously large desk that covers I haven't even seen it, because he built it. I helped him cut and measure and do all of it, and he built it all. And so with that, about a week or so later, I, just kind of got the same bug, and I was like, I didn't want to go crazy and furnish this whole apartment, but I wanted to build something, so I just grabbed a big 2x12. It's one solid piece of wood, and it's just really, really long. I think it was like 72 feet long. It was really long. No, 72 feet doesn't sound right. 72 inches times 3 is the feet. 72 inches is 6 feet, right? It's 18 foot. It's really long 2x12, 16 foot 2x12. And I just took it and cut it into 3 parts and then mashed 2 of the parts together. I just zipped them together, and that was the tabletop. And then I just kind of halfway zipped up some 2x4s, cut up some 2x4s, and put underneath it just as a brace and some legs and stuff. So it's kind of wobbly. It's not the most sturdy thing right now, but I didn't plan on these legs being part of the desk forever. Because it's like, I'm getting ready to move soon. And this thing needs to be able to collapse. It needs to be able to like come apart, and it's not, in its current state, I would have to like completely disassemble the legs and the brace on the bottom. So I didn't build it to perfection. However, the top, I took the time to sand, stain, paint, polyurethane, the whole 9 yards with this project. And so it turned into a whole thing. It was supposed to be originally it was supposed to be just a space filler. I wanted to build a desk, and I didn't want to sand it, I didn't want to finish it or anything, and it stayed like that for a couple weeks. But then I just got the bug this past week and just kind of hauled with it. I got inspired by Kipto. Kipto is another artist on YouTube. You can check him out. Kipto. He painted his coffee table with a similar style, very similar to the way I did mine, but it's inspired by his work. So that, I painted an owl on this desk, and it turned, like I said, it's just a really ambitious project. And to be honest, with YouTube, with video, my least favorite part about the whole thing is editing the footage. I will shoot the footage, I'll stand in front of the camera, I'll do the whole thing, I'll make the art, I'll do all of it. But I hate doing, my least favorite part is the editing. It's not my favorite. So with these big ambitious projects, it comes like, after I've done this, I get into it. I shoot B-roll, I shoot like the main footage, I do the time lapse of me making the art. I pause several times throughout the video and talk through the process and explain the next step or whatever, and then I do the voiceover, I put the music, I do the transition, and like I transition with the beat of the music. It turns into a whole thing. Like the video, the shooting of the footage takes maybe maximum 2 days. If I want to add some extra things after the main shoot has happened. But the editing of it, for me, it takes like 3, 4, 5 days, to the point where like, it's not fun anymore. The project has been done, like the painting and the staining and all that's been done for like 5 days at this point, and it's just, I'm ready to move on to the next thing. But it doesn't discredit the fact that, I don't know, I do like it. But I don't like to do that every single video. Sometimes I just like to jump in and draw. Like when I draw in my sketchbook, it'll be this sketchbook here. I carry my necessities with me. It's a little pencil pouch. I carry it on top of this, and it just stays there on my desk. And when I get the urge to draw, I immediately grab this thing, open it up, pull a pen out, go to the nearest, the first empty page, and then I just start drawing. There's no fuss about it, and I love that. That's what keeps me going. Like the ease of, the cost of entry is low, and the effort it takes to start every single time is relatively low, with just sketching with a pen, doodling, whatever. You don't have to have this grand idea. Like right now, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but like I'm just drawing, and I don't have to plan it out. I don't have to like spend 35, 45 minutes sketching out an idea and fleshing something out. It just kind of start. And this is nice. So it's a good like change of pace for me for like, you know, in between videos kind of. I don't know if you guys do this, but like if you go to, when I was in the military, I had to get my hair cut every 2 weeks. And depending on where you went, it was in anywhere between $10 to $20 to $30 to get your hair cut every 2 weeks. And of course you had to like get it cut according to the regulation. So I would get this bland haircut, you know, as creative as I could be with this haircut within the confines of the law. I would get this haircut, and it would cost me so much money. So I just bought a pair of clippers and started cutting my own hair in between haircuts. You know, I would go, instead of going every 2 weeks to the barber, I might go every month, or, you know, every 6 weeks or so. And I would just cut my own hair and keep it trimmed around the ears and make sure it's nice and in regulation. So that's kind of what this is right now, is like, it's an in-between project for this massive project that I'm working on right now. It's just kind of filler, if you will, but not quite. It's filler, you know. You've seen a show. If you've seen anime, filler is a thing in anime. And we don't love it, but we accept it. Actually, some people enjoy filler. The in-between arcs, in between each arc, in between the major story of the big picture, you know, in between arcs is the story, is the filler, essentially. And that's really what my doodling is. Doodling for me, this is what I'm doing. I'm just like, I'm doodling, right? So it doesn't matter. None of this matters. So, and I'll just come in and stack lines on top of this, and everything will be fine. So that's what this is. Like, I do this very often, more often than I do like planned projects. And what these things do is it inspires art. It inspires larger projects by doing this, by doodling, by, you know, doing something that's low pressure. This doesn't matter if this thing, like, this is like, I was doing that on a full sheet of paper and then just ripped it in half and then started it again. And so it's, by doing this all the time, I end up like, sometimes I accidentally create characters with my doodling. Like, I'll show you an example. Several times where I've like created these cool looking characters, like several times. Like, a lot of it's just lines, but sometimes, like, see, that's kind of like an Evangelion type thing. This guy right here, right? This is a sticker now. It's like I was doodling over the course of like 3 days, and whoops, it ended up being cool, and now it's a sticker. This one as well. This guy's like super duper cool, and it's just doodling over the course of a couple days. Like, this thing took shape, and then I just drew some wings on it, and then there you go, and there it is. And it just like, and now I've got these little doodle characters, and now it's kind of like I'm creating this world of my own, and it's all kind of by accident. It's planned out in the fact that I doodle on purpose, but like, what's gonna come out of it, I have no idea. Is it gonna be good, bad? I don't know. I don't have a clue. But that's kind of what this is right now. It's like, it's not a planned project. It's not, I don't get overly concerned if I smudge it, or if something crazy happens to it. If you know, I leave it out in the rain one day, it's fine. This is okay. If something happens to it, if it's not the best, if it's, I don't know, it's all right. So just low pressure, really, really low pressure here. And that's, this method, honestly, isn't even like my own method of drawing. I'm sure it's like, it wasn't invented within our lifetime, but for me, the direct inspiration is from Peter Draws. Peter, I came across his channel when I was in Iraq. I was deployed to Iraq in 2017, and I was facing a lot of like anxiety and fear and like having a lot of like dreams and stuff, very graphic dreams, and just I was stressed to the max, to be honest. And I come across this channel. Thankfully, we had Wi-Fi out there. I came across this channel, and just his soothing voice, just his like chill, relaxing vibe that he had going on was very, very soothing, very nice. It was good. It did several things for me. Number one, it like gave me a new mindset, a new method of thinking for life as a whole. Just like, it's not that serious. Life isn't all that crazy serious right now, you know? It's not now, and will it ever be? Like, see, look, I just smudged it. I do that almost every single drawing. I smudge my drawings, so it's not a big deal. We'll go around it. We'll make it look like it was on purpose. How? I don't know. We'll just kind of mash it in there. So I ran into his channel and then started like really paying attention, and I started to emulate his style, like his method of doodling. Like, he does this same type of thing where he just grabs a pen and paper and just draws on it, and it doesn't matter. I think one of the first videos I ever saw of him was like, he had a Sharpie and a Post-it note, and he was just scribbling all over, like a whole pad of Post-its, and that was the whole video. He's doing this exact thing right now. So I don't know, it just I don't know. This is the way it spoke to me back in the day. Back then it spoke to me, it really did. And so I started to emulate that, and he's the reason I started to draw more. I thankfully took a sketchbook. I took a sketchbook to Iraq with me, and I picked it up, and so I started drawing again, and then I tagged him in a picture of one of my pieces on Twitter, and he responded. And by him responding and saying something nice about it, it turned around and like, that gave me all the encouragement I needed. So it showed me that like, he's relatable and he's personable. He's a human being, you know. He showed me that he's a person, and he's like, he lives amongst us like we all do, you know, like we're here. I don't know, it just spoke to me, it really did. And I don't know, it got me to draw more and more and more, and then eventually turned around and started posting my own YouTube videos. I posted my first few. I think I posted 2 when I was in Iraq, and they had nothing to do with art. It was all like, you know, I was also watching people. I was watching art people. I was watching fitness channels. I was watching all kinds of different things, video game stuff, just different like challenge stuff. There's all kinds of channels on back then, which some of them I still watch, some of them I don't, but yeah, so I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my channel. I had no idea. So I just posted a video of me like changing, getting dressed, and like talking about like what this channel may or may not be in the future. And then another video was me doing like a muscle up or something. So, and here I am drawing on a sheet of paper, which is turning into a little thing. Look at that. Already, it's like a little eyeball here and a little like beak looking thing here, maybe like a torso in this area, like a tail or something here. It's like, yeah, we're turning into something already. Like, all right, I'm seeing something here. Look, so you just come in here, and now this is the challenging part for me, is like, I swore off references. You know, I swore off using a reference because I figured it was like, you know, that's when I was a kid, I would copy people's work and then call it my own. I would just straight up look at the reference, copy it directly, and call that work my own, which is unfair to the person who actually made the art. So it's kind of, You know what? I'm actually gonna look up a piece of reference for this. I'm thinking like you know those Japanese pieces of art. It's like a peacock. He's like way up here, and it's like the tail's nice and flowy down here. It's kind of what I'm getting right here. It's like a little bird type of thing. So I'm gonna look up something on the internet. Let's do peacock. We're just gonna go to peacock for now, and then images. How about a Japanese peacock? Maybe. Japanese art. Aha, yes, that's what I'm thinking of. I want to post him, maybe post it up on a tree or something. Let's see. Oh, so this guy's got like really long, flowy, like, okay. So right now I've got a picture pulled up of a peacock, like a Japanese watercolor painting it looks like. And I'm gonna try and like get some reference from that right now. So this is kind of how my projects evolve. Like, you know, it's the same with the table. The I just started, you know, I just made the thing, and then it just kind of evolved like, yo, I wonder what it would look like with paint on it. And then here we are now we have a thing with paint on it. We now have, so we're gonna, so maybe we can, this was unplanned, but maybe we can, you know what? Should we pull out a pencil? No, I don't even have a pencil over here. No, we're just gonna wing it. Let's go. Oh man. Okay. Let's just go with it. It's got this little thing right here. So yeah, I swore off using reference for a long time. I just kind of got over myself, really. I was like, it's kind of like, oh, if you're using reference, you're a loser, or you're not an actual artist. And to be honest, that was just me talking about my own like insecurities about like when I was a kid, and I just copied other people's work, and that was it. And I hated it. Like I got sick of the fact that I couldn't make my own art, is what I got sick of. So let's try and like, he's gonna be looking like that, like, and then, yeah. So I just got over myself, really. I just whatever, dude. Just make art. Just make art, dude. It doesn't matter. And again, it doesn't have to be great. It doesn't have to be like, oh, that was goofy. It was not correct. That's whatever. Yeah, all right. So we're getting somewhere. And then we gotta, so it goes this way. So we're gonna, yeah, so just make art. Doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. And I don't know. I don't know. I've recently just gotten over myself, really. I just like, yo, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't. It really doesn't. I'm liking this right here. I really like that. Just getting real sketchy with it at this point. Okay. He needs a bigger bum, if you know what I mean. So we need to like add a wing over here to like here. Let's do something like this. So we're gonna add like this, something like that. Maybe. And fill this in. He needs a bigger, like, badonk here, you know what I mean? He needs to be, like, a little wider. I'm thinking. Maybe? Does he even look like a peacock? I don't have a clue. Does he look like a peacock? Not inherently, but that's okay. Let's go with, so we're gonna end that right there. We're gonna, and again, I'm just looking at this reference, but I'm not copying it. I'm using it as a reference, but I'm not. That's the dog, by the way. He like sticks his nose underneath. When he gets to missing his dad, he sticks his nose underneath like the crack of the door, and he just blows really hard as if like that. It's hilarious, but it's kind of annoying, to be honest. Stop it. So we're gonna come in. I don't really know right now. I'm just kind of get a basic. It's at this point where I wish I had like done this a little different, but you live and learn. You make more drawings, yeah? So I come in here and doodle a little bit. Yeah, all right. At this point, I'm not even looking at the reference right now. I'm just kind of doing what I think is cool. Is it cool? I don't know. I think it's all right. Could it be better? Of course. Always. So now at this point, now that we have something to kind of go off of, we can build on this. Like, whoop. Yeah, it's looking cool. Yeah, this is looking all right. Let's do this. So we want to make it kind of dynamic here. So we're going to fill this in. Just to make it. You know, you got the shape here. Now that shape is coming all the way around. It gives this little body some fit, right? All right, so we're gonna just keep the leg nice and simple. Because not everything needs to be detailed. Come over here. And draw lines. Draw more lines. What's that? I don't know why I did this. I don't know why. But you see how it kind of like, if you're paying attention at all, like you see how it kind of just evolved into this thing, you know, just kind of like I looked down and just happened to see, oh, it looks like a freaking peacock. That's cool. And now we have what is going to be a peacock. All right, so we're gonna color him in like a child would. Just color him in. This does a couple different things. Number one, it's not perfect, so it's whatever, but it adds this like layered effect to it. So it's like layers of feathers here. That's kind of what we're going for. And when I don't like drawing animals all the time because of like feathers and fur and scales and like that type of thing is tedious, my lord. It is a pain sometimes. Fortunately, this drawing is rather small, and then keeping the details of the feathers, I'm going to keep this relatively simple. you come in with this first layer of lines, and then honestly you can like come in here and add more depth to it. You can like add more to it over here, nice and quickly. Over here. You can go on and on and on for this. We're gonna something like this. I'm gonna give him a little fancy pants type of thing here. I'm gonna keep this kind of simple. Gonna keep this kind of simple. Keep this kind of simple. And shape that a little bit. Yeah, alright. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Now he's gotta be in a tree. We're gonna do like this surface right here. We're gonna just straight up, I'm actually gonna copy this. I don't care. I'm gonna copy this surface. Because he's also got like another leg right here. Just kind of chilling right there. Got another finger or whatever it's called. Talon. So we got like a little rock surface that we're just gonna emulate. And then this, so we gotta do more of the feathers, right? So we gotta, I guess underneath it, let's focus on this. So we're just basically gonna, excuse me, get the shape going here. Tapers in nice. Very, very cool. And then we're gonna do this. We're gonna do a circle. Oh, this is where we committed. We just committed. Oh no. I just committed. Oh boy. Alright. Here we go. So there's 3 circles per. Oh goodness. This is a part where I just made a mistake. I regret my decision. Oh God. Oh boy, we're getting too big with these circles. Alright, let's tame it down a little bit. Too ambitious here. And I'm just staying on this little line, this little sketch line that I just created. I'm just staying on that. The whole time, pretty much. Oh boy. Okay. Thankfully, this one's not too bad. This one's not either. What the heck? So it's all got to be like back up this way, right? So it all needs to be kind of cohesive here. Oh boy. Yeah, it does circle completely. And then it extends from that circle. Yeah, okay, so we're learning. We're getting better. That looks much better than the ones I've been doing. Oh, okay. Alright, so here looks way, way, way better. Oh, what is that? Junk. It's crap. That's what that is. So a lot of these are just kind of whatever. Alright. I've goofed. Alright, so we're just gonna get some good sketch, get some good like directional lines here just to kind of indicating lines. Something I've learning is like not everything has to be like, you know, so much detail. Good Lord. We have some contrast in there. Have some things that aren't very detailed, you know, or just some suggesting lines is what you can do. And that is alrighty if you do such a thing. It's not the end of the world. See, that looks fine, I think. And then we'll come in here and do some circles. Yeah, I like these a lot better. All right. Circle. circle, circle. And right now I'm not looking at the reference at all. I'm just kind of drawing. So, ooh, circle, 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 and then just get some more. Let's do a small one here. And I'm kind of doing this quickly because I'm over this, I'm almost over this drawing. Well, actually what it is like I've seen the shape and now I'm like, okay, hurry up and get there. You know, if that makes sense. I know it makes sense if you draw. If you know, you know. So we're gonna extend this. Like everything needs to be pointed back to Mr. Peacock here. Something like that. Let's do one here. Okay. All right. We're gonna do the middle one. All of the middle ones. Just because, just to give it some dynamic range, I suppose. I don't know. This is just a sketch. Just an idea. You know what I mean? So it doesn't have to be great. It doesn't have to be. It can be cool. It can be a good idea. You know, like this is cool. This is a cool little transformation. How we went from, I don't know what the heck I'm drawing, to now it's like, yo, look what I'm drawing. It's kind of cool. Really neat little transformation here. I like it. It's what keeps me going sometimes. All right. Yep. And this right here is doing a thing for us. It's making it look better, making our little circles look better, hiding some imperfections by adding more lines, I think. You know what I mean? It just adds more to it. Let's do this one. This one. It's like this one's kind of wonky, but if we color it in quickly, it looks kind of intentional. You just come in and like fix the weirdness here happening, and then boom. This one's probably my favorite. I think it looks the best, so we're going to give it a little bit of detail. Let's do that to, and actually what we can do is like come in and, ooh, that one's kind of ugly, isn't it? Kind of like outline this backside here, because shadows, right? So I think is the shadow, oh, the shadow's here. We put the shadow on this side, so like the light's coming in from there. So we'll do this. So we gotta keep it consistent. You know what I mean? So we'll kind of come in here and do this. Add some shadow. White shadow. I'm fast like a shadow. And I think, you hear the dog again? Okay, yeah, let's do more. Over here. Acting kind of quickly, I think. Let's do like, and what we can do, these are kind of interlacing. It's kind of neat. Oh yeah, that looks cool. The ones that are on the bottom, we can add more lines to them. Like this one's on the top. This one would be on the bottom here. Let's add, this one would be underneath. So we're gonna add some like really good. Let's like detail some of them, you know, like maybe 2 of them, maybe 3, who knows. This one seems like it needs to be detailed. You know, it needs to be like the star of the show here. So maybe 1 here. Just drawing lines. Listen to him whining. Hey, what's the deal, son? What's going on? What's wrong? Huh? What's the deal? Why you whining? You miss Dad? He's at work. What? What do you want? Hmm? What do you want? I don't have anything for you, my man. I got nothing for you. Ooh, okay. So I'm thinking this is cool. Let's add some more, more lines in here to sync this one. And maybe even some lines in this one. I'm liking this. I'm liking where this is going. Yeah. This one's, let's do more here. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Now I feel like we need more here. Yeah, we throw it on top of that one because it's underneath it after all. Oh yeah, this is looking cool. Yep, this is looking awesome. Looking good. I think anyway. What do you think? Think it looks cool? I think it looks cool. Oh yeah, we'll just throw it on top. This is like our shining star here. This one is kind of like our big boy. All these interlacing. I like that. So we're starting to get like some shape. Add more to it. Especially on this end, this side. This left side, because the shadow is the left side. Yeah. See, this is cool. I said we were going to only do like one, but I ended up doing all of them, I think. Yeah, okay. That's cool. So now this looks kind of empty over here. Should we throw another one in there? No, we should just make these longer. Yeah, fill up that space. That's what we should do. Yeah, all right. Good call. Oh yeah. So I have a few really long ones, because not near as many. Ooh, Wolf Den is live. Ian's teaching me and AJ. Yeah, let's go to Wolf Den. I like Wolf. See, I like. I'm really dynamic type of thing, type of character, I suppose. I like to pay attention to a lot of different people and a lot of different like scenarios. I'm thinking actually this is a good piece of art right now. This is like a solid piece of art. And Wolf Den just popped in, so I'm gonna go check out Bob and see what he's doing, and go harass him. Yeah, so go. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you for tuning in to this little 45-minute drawing session. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Thank you. This is the Hunt Studio. My name is Hunter, and I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yep. See you later. Let me sign it, and then I'll go. Sign it. Oops. All right. That's cool. All right, then. See ya.